What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if Freya could forgive Kratos in God of War Ragnarok. So this is something that I have noticed online, at least, being some sort of a divide, and I like to cover those kind of things in these videos, of the fans. We've talked about how Kratos versus Thor could play out versus Odin, so we've kind of covered two of possibly only three, right, of the main villains in God of War Ragnarok, but Freya is the third, maybe not in that order, but she is the third, and really there's a divide there too, I would argue. So I want to kind of look at both sides to it, right? Killing her off or just having her be killed in general versus her, just accepting basically what happened, in the first game or in 2018's game. I'm kind of warming up to. So this is like something I've just seen in comments of my videos, of other people's videos. I'm kind of warming up to the idea that you don't have to necessarily take her out. I feel like it would be something that maybe they would try to do just to shake it up a little bit. They did talk about, how some things in this game are going to be kind of what you would expect to happen. I really... And as we've said like in past videos, right? I don't see how you get past this game without killing Thor, right? I think he's just an obstacle in the road that's going to be dealt with, whether it's in the beginning of the game or at the very end. He's going to be, an issue that you have to take care of, whether it's Kratos or Atreus. Odin, that's something that I don't think is necessarily 100% that he has to be killed. Like we talked about in past videos, right? Could there be some sort of truce? Is he even in person in the first place? Which I know people had said, there's been comments that it definitely does seem like you're gonna physically see Odin in this game. So you have that, and then Freya, but Freya is a different dynamic, right? And that's kind of that's the cool thing, at least I think, is she's different. We've heard stories of what Thor is like in this mythology, in this game franchise, and we've heard about Odin, and again, they just seem like more not generic, because I really think what the game has done really well in 2018 specifically, and even now, is making these characters a little, not so much just generic bad guys. Even Zeus, in a big way, wasn't just a generic bad guy. They kind of make them complex characters, or at least a little bit, right? Freya, I think, is the most. I really do. I feel like she's the most. She helped you out a ton, right? And I think that's actually what makes it so powerful, is even I kind of felt, based off of the end of 2018's game, and then, seeing obviously her again, like welcome back in the trailer for Ragnarok, it's like, it actually kind of sucks. Like, you understand where she's coming from, right? Attacking you and seemingly out to kill you, but at the same time, it's like, it had to be done. Firstly, it was like a game decision. Like, none of us chose to do that. We had to, we had to kill him. And, and also you do have the fact, by the way, that Mimir did say, and people have pointed this out, at the end of 2018, when you're leaving that area, that final boss fight, he does say, like, just give her time, like, she'll come around. Now, that could just be him, that's just something you say. Yeah, you say that in a relationship. You say that in everyday life, right? And sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Now, I guess, are you taking it that he's a very, very wise man? He knows all of these things, so he kind of knows that she'll be okay, that she will come to accept what you did as not just best for her, best for you, best for the world that you're in, right? Like, best for kind of everybody. Will she get that? Is it that he knows that, or is it that just, again, it's one of those things that you say to people when they're feeling down. It's like, you had to do it. In this case, you really did. You literally had to kill him, and there's no other way around it, and she's going to, just give her time, she'll forgive you. So that's the thing. That's, I guess, what everybody maybe is grabbing at, and I don't think it's wrong to do that, by the way. And again, I think that adds that extra dynamic to her that you do not, Thor is not going to just, like, back down. I think we can all, like I said earlier, he's not just going to be like, maybe it was a minor disagreement, like, we're cool now. That's not going to happen. Odin really wouldn't happen that way either. It would be more of a probably like some sort of superior talking down to somebody inferior to them and making a deal with them, like, cut it out, like, here's how it's going to play out, here's what you're going to do, here's what I'm going to do, kind of like laying down the rules, right? Whereas Freya can go either. It would be kind of tragic, which also, going on the side of killing her would be really cool and really sad, right? Where it's like, you want her to forgive you. Like, and even not just like us as a player, like Kratos, he's like, I don't, and we don't know this, but he's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to kill you. I did what I had to do. Can you just, like, in your mind, can you just hit that switch and understand what I did is what I had to do. And you don't really have that, I would argue, with many characters, almost any character in God of War history. So I do, in fact, even talking about, this oftentimes happened to me. I read comments and stuff, but then when I make the video, and I have an opinion, and I had an opinion going in, but then as I'm recording myself, right, I'm listening to my voice as I'm talking, I kind of like back my own idea that I wasn't even backing so much in the beginning. I would have said, maybe even before the video started, that I would put it at a very high likelihood that she will die too, that you'll kill her. But talking about it and just being something that's just a little bit different, a little against the grain of what you would imagine from a God of War quote-unquote boss or quote-unquote villain, I feel like it'd kind of be cool to let her live, or just not do it, or restrain her. Is there a way of restraining her? I mean, technically, magically, right, she has kind of been restrained. So is there another way of doing that, like with her body, just for like a couple hours or a couple days to deal with other issues? Like, can you get her out of the way without, majorly harming her, without killing her? That'll be interesting. And I think, again, that kind of throws something a little bit different at us with her versus other people that I think are going to just be more kind of straightforward. They're in your path. There's no talking them down. There's no them getting over it or them getting through it. You're going to go through them, in fact. Like, physically, you're going to go through them. And that's probably what's going to happen for other characters, but it doesn't have to happen with Freya. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think will end up happening? You think she'll forgive you, or you'll have to kill her, or something kind of in between? Let me know. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. I try to do a new God of War video every single week, at least one video a week. You guys have really been supporting them. I thank you so much for that, by the way. I love making them, so we're going to keep going, and the coverage will pick up even more once we get even closer to Ragnarok coming out. I'll play it. We'll cover it then as well. Make sure the bell icon is turned on too, so you guys know when all of these videos go up. If you want to follow me over on Twitter, or subscribe to my second YouTube channel, or support us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, links for all of that is in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next video.